Gone live.
Sing.
Me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From a place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, it's the pre-match live. Newcastle United versus Southampton. It's in James's Park today at 2 p.m. kickoff. Not on UK TV, unfortunately. But I'm joined today by my co-host, Roly. How are you, Roly?
Oh, just getting ready for the game, or buzzing. I'm looking forward to another good performance, loads of goals, and another 3 points, more importantly.
You mentioned loads of goals. Let's hope so. I mean, Chris Sutton, BBC correspondent, come out and said, Alan Shearer's ex-strike partner, he says Newcastle will win this 5-0. He says Newcastle will wipe the floor with Southampton. That's what he says. And that's brave from Chris Sutton to come out and say 5-0 win. So
yeah, it's brave by any pundit, because they normally try to keep it close. So I'm not sure if that's to appease other fans or they just hate us.
Well, Chris Sutton's all right, isn't he? Because I mean, he's like I say, he's to be alongside Shearer, Blackburn. So yeah.
I mean, it's quite funny, as in the week after the Everton game, I listened to a bit of Talk Sport, and it's Jason Cundy. He can't stand us, and he described us. He says we're a monster, and he's really complimentary about us, which is unusual for Cundy, because he wanted us to fail, and he said so unashamedly. But he's giving props where they deserve. So you take your hat off to him for actually saying it as it is, for a change.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, if you like what you see, then please smash the like. It really does help the channel up with search results, so smash those likes there. Thank you very much if you're liking the video. Also, if you are brand new at the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so, helps the channel grow. Bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows.
And Tony, before we get on to the preview, just like to ask you and people in the chat, have any of you been watching some of the Everton podcasts and shows after we beat them? Comedy gold, especially the vlogs when they're asking the fans around Goodison what the score's going to be, and some of them go, "Oh, it's going to be 3-0 Everton." I'm thinking, on what earth, with their form and ours, are they going to beat us 3-0? I can understand them hoping, but that's delusional.
I did watch a couple, and I watched one, and it was absolutely hilarious because the guy just made me laugh. He was like, "Oh, we lost 4-1. Callum Wilson scores against us." He says, "He always scores against us," and he says, "Callum Wilson's a prick, and I don't like Wilson." And I thought, well, you wouldn't be saying that if he was playing for Everton, would you? No. And he said, he says somebody scored the second. I don't know who scored the second, and I thought, come on, mate, for God's sake, before you do a stream, at least do your research. Look at the scorers first before you go out there and make yourself look like a complete and utter bell end. But I mean, honestly, he couldn't remember who scored the second goal, and he said Wilson got one.
Yeah, I remember.
And he was just going, we should never have lost to Newcastle. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, mate, I turned it off because I was just like, yeah, whatever. And he said, oh, about Anthony Gordon. And he said, yeah, he's another one. He says, and I hope we do go down the championship. Then he won't have to worry about seeing him again. And then he said, if we get through the FA Cup, he says,
Oh yeah. We won't play him unless we get through the second round. They go in the third round.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So again, he's just not obviously. I don't know how many subscribers he's got, but I don't know how he's got them. And yeah,
it was probably he's just shell shocked from our second half performance, and so disappointed that he just couldn't remember anything. I mean, I watched one this morning with this young lad. He was a nice, likable fellow. He's going through all the stuff at the coach and stuff, and then when he's you can tell when we're on top because all the opposition fans start moaning about us spending all the time on the ground. I was thinking, well, that's probably because you're lot been kicking lumps out of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, I'm going to catch up with some comments. Jake says, huge game. Yeah, it is a huge game for both teams, not just for us, for Southampton as well.
Yeah.
Steve says, hi, Tony, this channel is brilliant. You should have more subscribers. Thank you very much
Thanks,
indeed,
Steve.
Steve.
Get your mates to come on and subscribe.
Hi, all. Hi, Tony and Roly, says Trolls. Hi, Trolls. Hope you're well. Bia says, hi, Tony, Roly, and chat. Good afternoon to you, Bia. Good afternoon, Luke. Hope you're well. Hello, Black and White TV Army, says Jake. Afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. Mighty Mag says, afternoon, Trolls, Tony, and all. Good afternoon to you, Mighty Mag. And he says, Roly is 12. Brian says, big up, Tony, Roly, and chat. Big up to you, Brian. Hope you're very well, mate. Coffee says, hi, Tony, Roly, and all. Hi, Coffee. Hope you're well. People talking amongst ourselves there. Tony and Roly in the starting 11 today, says Coffee.
I wish. But then again, we wouldn't be scoring as many goals.
No, we wouldn't.
They are at the moment. There's 250-plus middle-aged men who probably have seen better days when it comes to fitness.
Troll says, Red Longstaff could be out for the season. Let's hope this isn't true. Not sure on that one.
I'm not sure. I mean, Sky Sports News, in their scroll about the game, they said that St. Maximin misses out and that we've got no other injury concerns. So we'll find out in about
20
minutes whether that's the case.
20 minutes, Roly. It's 20 to 1. 1 o'clock, the team sheet.
Yeah, I said 20 minutes.
You said 40.
Oh, 40. Well, sorry.
That's why it says 20 minutes, Roly.
I meant 20 minutes.
Jake says, yes, I watched the one where you started crying in the ground. Oh,
I watched that this morning. That was funny.
I've been watching Everton vlogs and quite a few of them were nice, says Coffee.
Yeah, I mean,
Troll says,
the guys were nice, but it's just funny that the delusion outside the ground when they're asking people what the score was going to be.
Troll says, fans of other clubs still see us as the Ashley FC, but keep it all up for good us. Exactly. Jan, good afternoon. He says, take your pick, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sounds like a step song, that, doesn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, take your pick. Well, Southampton do love a 9-0, by the way, so, it could be one of them. Do you know what it is? I think if we score early, I think we could just open them up completely because they're in a bit of disarray, Southampton, for some reason, and I don't know why they did it. I don't know if he just underperformed totally and he got withdrawn, but Ward-Prowse was taken off after 45 minutes against Bournemouth the other night. Dragged off by the manager.
With the Saints have an illness.
Bella Kotchup is supposed to be fit and ready to go today, but again, he's no threat.
I mean, Ward-Prowse is supposed to be ill, which may be why they yanked him off if he's ill. And
could be more than that, though. It could be more to Roly. It could be the fact that Southampton's going down and he's just thinking, I don't care no more, I just want to go. Yeah. Maybe he just wants to leave. Coffee says, some Everton fans think our forced rivalry is because of Anthony Gordon, not Pickford or Rafa. Well, I loved that when the Newcastle fans were singing Rafa Benitez's name. Mighty Mac says, anyone else wanting the Vale to win? A draw would do well, Mighty Mag. I think a draw would be great.
A draw, to be honest, a draw is good. I mean, actually, a win for Villa, I'd take that, providing we beat Southampton, because that will give us a 4-point lead on Man United. While they still have a game in hand, they win that game in hand, they're still behind us. Mm-hmm. At the moment, we're only 2 points above them.
Yeah, but even if only 3 points above them, Roly, it's still...
But at the
They
moment,
still can't get past us because of our goal difference.
yeah, but they're 2 points behind us with a game in hand. That's the thing. If we get it to 4 or 5, that game in hand doesn't mean anything because they're still behind us if they win it. So and Villa aren't going to catch us. Though I'm not a big Villa fan, wouldn't it be funny if they overtook Man United for the Champions League and Man United didn't qualify?
Troll says we don't rival with Skip Rats. Move on, please. Absolutely, Trolls. Relegation's actually good for Everton, in my opinion. I think it will be, Coffee, but I think it could be disastrous as well because they've got a hell of a lot of financial problems. And the thing is, if this points deduction doesn't come in this season, it will happen next season in the Championship, and they will start off on the minus, and they will have to clear the decks of a lot of players off that club, off them books. And to be fair, they're starting a minus points deduction next season. They're going to struggle to get out of the champ. They're going to struggle to stay in the Championship, never mind try and get promotion. Troll says, hope we continue our form the DM show. We will. I still think Tony and Roly can score a 60-yard screamers against Southampton.
Thanks, Coffee.
Paul says, Steve Wraith's reported that Longstaff might have broke a bone in his foot. Do you know what? That tackle the other night was absolutely disgusting. And I was surprised he actually got up and hobbled around. But the thing is, if this injury is worse than it is, then I think the referee needs to be brought before the PGMOL and asked to clarify things, because he would not allow treatment on for Longstaff. When Longstaff went down in the penalty area, and yes, he went off the pitch, but he rolled back on.
He was pushed by
Pickford, but then the referee told him to get up, so he did get up and he hobbled around. Then he went down again in our own half, and then again he was told to get back up again by the referee. Now the thing is, and even if he has got some sort of injury, that referee should have took no chances. He should have said, right, I'm going to get the physios on so you can get some treatment. So I'm sorry, Andre Mariner, you are nothing but a fucking arsehole, mate. And I'll tell you now, if his injury is far worse, I really do hope the PGMOL throw the book at you and ban you for the rest of the season, because you're an absolute muppet, mate. You really are. And I was really fuming with him the other night, and he had to go. I think that's probably why Kieran Trippier was screaming to the bench, just get him off, because obviously he was in absolute agony. But no doubt we'll find out when the team news if Sean Longstaff's playing or not, and then we'll probably find out what the reason is if he isn't. Sefton says, couldn't sleep. Afternoon all. How are the lads? 5-0. Good afternoon, Sefton. Gary says, I watched one where he went to the new ground that's being built. I think in what league will he be playing when it's really low? When it's ready low. Well, it won't be ready for the start of next season. It's the season after. So I think a few people got confused by that. It's actually 2025. The 24-25 season when it'll be ready. So, yeah, another one you're on about, some Scottish kid, isn't it? Yeah, I think they'll still be playing at Goodison next season, but that could be in the Championship. And, well, if they got relegated to League One, they'd be playing a new stadium in League One. So they would have the likes of Exeter City and that going to the ground. Sefton says, hi, trolls. Everybody speaking to each other there. Jade says, Roly, you do look a bit like Isak. Roly's thinking, yeah, but I'm not as good.
I'm twice the man as him, literally.
Trolls, I'm not as optimistic as you guys. Southampton have been a banana peel for us, but hope we smash them. Do you know what it is, Trolls? In the Cup, yes, we struggled at home against them when we went 2-0 up and then they brought the game back to 2-1. But I think nerves played a lot of part that night because we were just desperate to get the final, and I think we were nervous. And then we lost Bruno for a red card. But today is a totally different game. It's the Premier League. It's not a knockout game. But a hammering today for Southampton. And if they go to Forest next week and get beat, then probably the week after Southampton are relegated because there is nobody there staying up.
The thing about today's game is we've got to turn up. If we turn up, we can do a number on them. If we don't turn up, it'll be a tough game. anything can happen. I think this thing, on paper, it's an easy game, but there are no easy games in the Premier League. If you don't turn up, you can get turned over. You look at look at Chelsea, for example, who they're getting beat by because they're not turning up. Liverpool got beat by Forest, got beat by Bournemouth because they didn't turn up. When they turn up, they play well. They turned up against us because they're the only team to do the double overs. They turned up then, but
Yeah.
so the other half, Julie's a red, sitting opposite me. She goes, like when I said that Liverpool beat us twice.
Coffee says Southampton have got results against some big teams. We need to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thing is, against Arsenal, they've drew twice with Arsenal this season. Remember, they drew with Arsenal and we went down there and beat them 4-1. Now, the thing with Arsenal is they're bottling this title and they didn't take Southampton seriously. That's the thing. And Southampton knew there was a lot of nerves around that stadium. So that's why they got that early lead. But then they were eventually pegged back. But I can't see any problems, to be fair. Jack, Toon TV. Good afternoon, Jack.
Jack.
Good afternoon. He says, Everton have got to pay the stadium off as well. Yeah, absolutely. Sefton says, does anyone know who the new sponsor is? All we know it's from the Middle East, so it could be Qatar Airways, could be Etihad. Who knows? It could be anybody.
It's not a Saudi company. It's just from the Middle East, which is actually quite clever by the ownership because everyone's got all some Saudi money. So if it's not a Saudi, it's not a company that PIF own. They can't. All this thing about related sponsors is makes everyone sound really stupid. So, they're just going to pump money in themselves. But when you think of the PIS mission, it's to grow the wealth of the company. How do you grow wealth when you're basically paying money to yourself to build something? You get sponsorship from outside. Actually, really, the guys at top know what they're doing. And whatever little tricks the Premier League tried to play to stop us climbing and becoming the best team in the country, it's not going to work.
Jan says, no worries, according to all of us, two not a big team. Well, that's what they think, Jan, but let them think that way. We don't care, do we? Paul says, I thought it was a pen, to be fair. Yeah, absolutely.
It was.
Matey Mag says, I can see Southampton going bust. Their ground will be empty. Can't see them ever getting back in the Premier League. Do you know what? I think if they go down, it'll be curtains for quite a long time, to be fair.
It depends on how much they lose because they brought a lot of really good young players, but they haven't got the experience. If they get some older experienced heads to play with the young kids, they might come back quicker. I think they're in a better position to come back than Everton are if they both go down.
Yeah. Max says, did you hear that? How Pickford motioned to his players to kick Gordon. Shocking. Yeah, I saw that. Absolutely disgusting.
Can't be proved, but I'm sure that's what it looks like. That's what it is.
Coffee says, one of the Newcastle fan vlogs was shocked to see us see the worn out wooden planks at the Everton ground, called it Woodison Park. Luke says, seen that yesterday, Mag Little Arms is a scumbag. Mag says, the final was just bad timing and bad injuries, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Dead Woodison. Paul says, we've had our bad spell. The team is full of confidence again and are on the same page when attacking. I can see goals again today. Yeah, Paul, definitely, mate. I mean, the thing is, we are firing. Isak's back. He's fully fit now, and you can see it. We're getting the benefit of that. And I tell you what it is. I know Callum Wilson's on the bench today, in all honesty. But if he does, then that's a good thing because I think doing this for Callum Wilson, having him on the bench for one game and then maybe starting him on another game, I think it's a great idea because it stops. Callum Wilson will not get injured as much, I don't think. I think it's when he's playing starting every game that it's wearing him down. So maybe the bench stint is actually helping Callum Wilson's game even more, which again is down to Eddie Howe. BS says, I'm still bitter about that Anfield game robbed twice, absolutely, by that knobhead Mariner. Sefton says, don't forget to hit and like and subscribe. How are the lads? Thank you very much indeed, Sefton. Jake, good afternoon to you. He says, need Villa, Man U to draw, Liverpool, Tottenham draw and Newcastle win. That would be absolutely ideal.
Yeah.
Coffee says Arsenal only drew because of the errors they made. Yeah, because the thing is, Southampton tired. They haven't got the energy levels to keep up with, and they're not going to keep up with us today. Tony, this show's running through the game live or match review afterwards.
No, we're not doing a watch along.
No, it's not a watch along. There is a watch along, but if you want to watch that, that's on Toon Review at 1:30 with my friend Billy. So Billy's doing a watch along from 1:30.
He does an excellent job with his commentary, Billy. It's well worth. He does.
I mean, this show's only until about 1:15, so that gives anybody time who wants to go and watch the watch along to get themselves ready, get your drinks ready or whatever you're doing, dinner, lunch, whatever. But yeah. But I will be doing a match review later. Now, I was going to plan on doing it for about 6 tonight, but that's changed now. So I am doing it at 8 p.m. tonight instead. So 8 p.m. tonight will be the match reaction and of the game. So tune in for that one. But there will be a thumbnail and everything out for that later, so you will be notified if you've hit that bell button. Exploring the North East. All right, lads. I think we'll win 4-1 today. Isak to Joe Linton and Gordon. Yeah, absolutely fine, mate, and that's not a bad shout. Coffee says, I predict 9-0. Isak hat-trick, Wilson hat-trick, Joe Linton, Mafinho and Gordon. Nice one. Coffee, do you know what? They do like a 9-0 Southampton, so it wouldn't rule it out. Jake says 15-0. Isak 15 goals. Do you know what it is, Jake? Do you know what? If we win 15-0, that'll be the record ever. That'll beat the 13-1 when we beat 13-0 when we beat Newport County. Mark says, Tony, you want the game, mate? I'm not, mate. No, unfortunately, I couldn't get a ticket for this game. So yeah, but no, I won't be. Sorry. I wished I was though, and I was trying to get the Leicester game this season as well, Mark. But Sky then decided let's move that to a Monday. So I ain't going to get to another game this season, thanks to Sky. That's twice now they've done this with our final home game. I really wish Sky would just leave things alone because, you know, why can't us fans go to a 3 o'clock Saturday game, especially the last home game, to be there and see the players come around the pitch at the end of the game and thank them for their support? I just don't get it with these TV companies. Really, really does balls my piss.
I can say that, Tony. But on the other hand, it helps us with FFP. The more times we're on TV, the better we are. The Premier League are trying to hamstring us with FFP. The more times we're on TV, the more that makes that effort harder for the Premier League to do. So I can see your point because it'd be great. It's for people who can get tickets can only go for the weekend and can't do Monday nights. I fully understand that. I mean, I had that worry with the Liverpool game that they're going to move it to a Monday, but fortunately they only moved it to the Saturday evening. But I mean, Sky and BT obviously decided that the Premier League's FFP rules are crap, so they've been helping us by putting us on TV pretty much every game this season.
Bias says St Mary's would make a lovely Asda with maybe Wetherspoons on the side. Granny bottles on ice for me and Arch to watch a match in our hot tub. Enjoy. Paul says it's just like Everton. Teams like this can press you, but they can't keep it up all game. Eventually, our quality becomes too much for them. I knew that the other day, Paul. I said this the other day when I started watching the game, the way Everton were going at us, and I thought they're not going to survive this for the whole 90 minutes. We can do for 95 minutes. Other teams can't. That's the difference. Longstaff out for the rest of the season, says Sefton. Is that confirmed now, Sefton? Is it? Right. Okay, mate. Cheers. Max says, I can see us going unbeaten now until the end of the season. I can as well. Yeah, why not? That's a big blow, Mag. Gary D, I think we'll win every game from now till the end of the season, lads. It's not do you know what? It's not out of the realms of impossibility either. You know? Jan says, against Arsenal, we'll be wondering who will play, Wilson or Isak, and then the cat gets out the bag and we play both. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who knows? Paul says, hope the midfield steps up today, though. We've seen how poor it was without Longstaff doing the donkey work. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one there, Paul. And if we haven't got Longstaff, then whoever comes in, we've got to make sure that we're beefing up a bit more in that midfield. Because when Longstaff was out against Villa, we were missing him.
Yeah, but
Madison Diaby and a few more next year will do me, says Mark. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Alan says, afternoon, guys. Afternoon, Alan. Well, I'm confident again for an entertaining, high-scoring battering. More realistic, though, 3-1 or 2-0, etc., as long as 3 points, well, happy. Do you know what? Yeah. That's the main thing. Alan getting the 3 points, but I'm going for 4-0. Gary says, I'll not be joining the watch-along as I'll be watching the game, lads. Okay, mate. Tim says, all right, lads and lasses, I'm seeing 4-0 to us. Nice one, Tim. Same as me. Granny says 5 or 6-0 today, hopefully. Is that confirmed, says Jake? I'm not sure. Trevor. Hi, Trevor. Hope you're well, mate. He says, hi, guys. Jan says, for me, it's a Baltimore watch-along. Trevor says, who do you think will go down? Trevor, I personally think Southampton are gone. So I would say Everton and Leeds. That's who I'm thinking.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Even though Forest lost yesterday, I still think they'll get enough. I think they can get another 4 points, and I think that'll be enough.
They'll beat Southampton next week at the City Ground, that's for sure.
And then they just need to pick up another point or two, and they'll be. I think it's going to be quite a low total because Leeds are in free fall. Everton are hopeless. Southampton, I think they're gone. I think Everton. If Everton lose to Leicester on Monday, I think they're gone as well.
Yeah. Just looking at some pictures. Yeah, I can't see Longstaff at the moment, but then again, who knows? I mean, he could.
And they showed on Sky and some of the players coming in, but they didn't show Longstaff, but they didn't show the whole team. So
no.
Well, the team news will be coming out in about a minute, so we'll know if he's not in the squad. There's something serious.
Yeah, definitely.
If he's on the bench, it might be precautionary. But
Granny says exactly that day the assist. Yeah, absolutely brilliant that assist. Paul says, I think how said starting with Isak with Wilson may upset the balance of the team, so he doesn't want to do that. Well, we'll find out in the team sheets, Paul, what happens. We know what he's like anyhow. He's very coy at times. There's nothing about Longstaff on the official page. No, there isn't. Yes. And Tim says, I read Longstaff only had a few bruises and it was a bit sore, but not ruled out for the season. Absolutely with that one.
We'll find out.
Trevor says we'll win 5-0 today.
Yeah. We'll find out when Eddie gives his little brief press conference when the teams are out, why he's picked the team and why such and such is missing, if he is.
Tim says, I read Longstaff only had a few bruises and was a bit sore, but not ruled out out for the season. Oh, well, that's okay then. Sefton, it'll be brilliant to see the Champions League logo on the shirts next season. Do you know what, Sefton? You're absolutely right, mate. It will be. It'll be absolutely lovely, to have that again, There you go, guys. You can have a look at it there. Champions League. It looks lovely there. I'll take that banner off. There you go. Champions League. I'll leave that up there for a little bit. And right, I'm going to now check the team news because the team news should be in now. And, I'll leave that lovely Champions League logo on there for you because, you'll want to see it. Right, team news. So, team news is as follows. And then I will put on screen. Nick Pope in goal. Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Bruno, Joe Willock, Joe Linton, Jacob Murphy, Anthony Gordon, Alexander Isak on the bench, Martin Dubravka, Paul Dummett, Callum Wilson, Matt Ritchie, Jamal Lewis, Matt Targett, Javier Manquillo, Miggy Amaron, and Elliot Anderson. So yes, Anthony Gordon is replacing Longstaff. So it looks like Joe Linton's going back into centre midfield and Anthony Gordon is going to play on the left. Let's hope it's a better time on the left than he had against Villa. I mean, that's not a bad side. That side
Yeah.
can go out there and absolutely wipe the floor with Southampton, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. Shame about Longstaff. Obviously, you got the energy of J7 going back into midfield. I think it's quite nice that Gordon gets a run out. I mean, it's a sort of opposition that, he's going to try and get a goal. Really sort of bed himself in. These are the people to do it against. We'll wait and see how bad Longstaff's injury is. If he's out for the season, it's a shame. But I think we're playing with so much confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be easily good enough to beat Southampton. But we've got to turn up. We've just got to turn up.
Absolutely, we've got to turn up, and let's hope. But that team is not bad at all, as I say. I'll get the Southampton team in a moment. Once I get on their page. They've retweeted ours. Okay, Southampton. So it's McCarthy in goal. Obviously, Bazzuno's been dropped now. Walker Peters, Bella Kotchup, or Ketchup, whichever way you want to call him. Bednarak, Lianco, Janipo, Lavia, Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, S. Armstrong, by the way, Stuart Armstrong, Suleiman Kamaldeen, Suleimana, he's playing, and Alcaraz. On the bench is Bazzuno, Maitland-Niles, Diallo, Selatashar, Elyounoussi, Walcott, Adam Armstrong, Mara, and Che Adams. That is the Southampton team for this afternoon. So, again, McCarthy, Walker Peters, Bella Kotchup, Bednarak, Lianco, Janipo, Lavia, Ward-Prowse, Stuart Armstrong, Kamaldeen, and Alcaraz. So that is the Southampton lineup. That should be beatable, that Southampton lineup. I'm not scared of that whatsoever. We'll just delve into some comments, Roly, because so I'm a bit behind on the comments, mate. So I'm just going to run through some comments quickly. Mighty Mag says 3-0 half time or 5-0 full time. Yeah. Trevor says I'll be off so well be play Cardiff as I'm a Leeds fan now. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard, isn't it? I mean, I just think it's hard for Leeds. I don't know what's happened to us, but I just feel that with Leeds, with the manager Garcia, I just don't think he's coping. I don't know what he's doing wrong, and he just seems to be, the team just look all over the place. You could go and get that win against Bournemouth today, and that could set you up and keep you up, but I just don't know where you're going to get your next points from. That's the thing. And as a Leeds fan, you must obviously be worried with what's going on. So, yeah. Gary says, what would the bookies give for £10 bet for Newcastle win every game? I haven't got a clue. You'd have to go and have a look at that one. Hope Leeds stay up, says Mag. I mean, yeah, in a way I do, because it's closer to us, isn't it? You know, Leeds United. I mean, it all depends on that result tomorrow. If who wins that game, Leicester or Everton, or if it ends a draw, I could probably see Leicester going down. In all honesty, I mean, it's all up in the air at the moment. Unless Forest and Leeds get wins and pull ourselves away, then the bottom three could be Everton, Southampton, and Leicester. Troll says, "Hope you stay up, Trevor." Yeah, absolutely. We'll want Everton down. Team is out yet. Yesterday, Forest conceded a goal in extra time. VAR looked at the player shadows, player height, whether he was blocking or goalkeeper vision. Yeah, I know, I didn't like that yesterday, and I thought he was offside, to be honest. Gordon starts. Yep. Jack says, team sheets out. No Longstaff. No, Jack, there isn't. No. I want someone to get a hat-trick today. No idea how it happens, but any time. Yeah, absolutely. Lineup is out. Trolls. Gordon hasn't been good on the left wing, but guess that's where he's playing. Could be, or they could be putting Murphy on the left and Gordon on the right. Who knows? We'll find out, though. Anderson could play left wing. Yeah, absolutely. He looks great on the left. Get Gordon on the right, says Trolls. Yeah, I agree. Gordon's got a lot to prove today. Was shocking the last time. Yeah, wasn't he just? Gordon starting, no Longstaff on the bench, says Paul. Yeah. Gordon goal. He could score today as well. That's the thing. Paul says, I like Big Joe on the left now. He does it so well recently. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Again, that could be a ploy. It could be Gordon playing in the centre midfield, and it could be Joe Linton playing on the left. Who knows? We'll find out when they kick off. Craig says, everyone was shocking against Villa. Stop picking out Gordon. Absolutely, yeah. Craig. I agree, Craig, but players can stand out too. I mean, Gordon had a great time when he came on against Everton. You could see he was trying to get a goal. And he did well when he came on last week against Spurs. Paul says, the others have since put it right and won 2 games with a load of goals. Absolutely, 10 goals to 2. Jake says, Southampton fans are not happy about their team. Well, they're not happy full stop, them fans, are they? You know, so they'll enjoy the championship next season because at least that stadium looks a bit like the Mackems. So they'll have two matching stadiums down there. No free kick, though. No, we don't want Ward-Prowse getting a free kick, and I'm sure Eddie Howe's probably told his players that. Garcia's a terrible manager, in my opinion, says Paul. Yeah, they're all kicking off. Are they, Jake? What the Southampton fans are? Wow. Gordon, favourite position is left wing or number 10. Well, the guy who's in charge of Southampton is only a temporary manager at the end of the season. Stephen says, I'll take a narrow win today as long as we spank Arsenal. Yeah, well, yeah, I think we'll win by a few goals, though. Murphy goal, please. Yeah, absolutely. And Troll says, to be fair, we weren't happy when we were at the bottom of the league. Well, no, we weren't. But Southampton are down there for a reason. And the reason Southampton are down there is because they have been shocking this season. Absolutely shocking. And, you know, I just don't know. I just don't know what's happened to them. But Hassan Huttel's not done them any good. And I look at it and I think, did they buy too many young players from Manchester City? Is that the problem? And they just haven't gelled and they've not got the qualities to do it in the Premier League. I think Bazzuno, the goalkeeper, has been all over the place. And I really highly rated that guy as well because I saw him play a few games for Portsmouth and he looked really, really good. And I thought, he looks a cracking goalkeeper. But then Man City have sold him. Man City only sell players for a reason. So obviously he mustn't have been good enough. And Man City must have thought, do you know what? Let's cash in. Brian says, why? That's their best team. Paul says, we were mismanaged, though our team was good enough to be in this league, as Howe showed. Yeah, absolutely. Guess they want Che Adams to start. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm surprised he's on the bench, in all honesty. Che Adams, I thought he would have been starting, but he's not starting. So, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, what do you think of that team for Southampton?
It doesn't scare me at all. I mean, you look, they had a good go against Arsenal. The Arsenal did give them goals, but you saw them as they trudged off against Bournemouth. They're a broken side. It's going to be difficult for them, especially if we start fast. I think again, it's too many young players and not enough experience.
Yeah.
Because they've got some of the younger players they've bought look really good, but to carry a team, you need some experienced heads, and they haven't got enough quality ones.
There's a Southampton team there for you guys, so you can have a look at that. Jake says, Southampton, no striker. Yeah. DJ says they're probably saving Che Adams for more winnable games. Do you know what? They probably are.
Yeah.
Troll says, guess you're right, DJ Joey. Yeah. Paul says, it smells like park the bus and try and steal it later on.
Yeah.
Paul says, I'm still thinking 7-0 Toon win. How are you, the lads? Yeah, do you know what? Why not? I mean, we got to go for it, really. But guys, if you do like what you see, then please smash the like. It really does help the channel with search results. So if you haven't smashed the like yet, got 37 watching, then please smash those likes. Thank you. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so, helps the channel grow. Bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. And I'm currently on 517 subscribers, so on the way towards 600 now. So if you haven't yet subscribed, then please do. That'd be great. Thank you. Just some more comments here. If Southampton parks the bus, we will score a lot. Thing is, if we get 2 quick goals, they'll have to come out and play, and that means they leave loads of gaps. Trevor says none of their players would get in the Newcastle B team. Absolutely, Trevor. And again, I mean, I wasn't dissing your team about going down. It was just I was looking at it in the reality possibilities, because I look at Forest and I think if they beat Southampton next week, then they're on the way to staying up. It's just, I don't know what your manager's done to you, but you got walloped off Palace, you got walloped off Liverpool, and has he changed your team formation around? And is that why is he trying to be too adventurous when he should be trying to like bulk it up a bit so you can try and win games? But I don't know. But you're a Leeds fan, so you would know what he's doing. BS says Alcaraz in that prison. Alcatraz, yeah. And then it got shut down because 2 people actually escaped from it, as the film says. Dodgy keeper. I think he is a dodgy keeper as well. McCarthy's not a bad goalkeeper, but he has been done by 9 before. So, yeah. Alcatraz, that's how you spell it. Says Paul. Yeah, just missing a fake. And Paul says, if we score too early, they will play for damage limitation. I don't know. All depends how we open them up. But NUFC, Shane says, Lavia, he's a top player. He's a good player, Lavia. Yeah, he is. I don't think he'll beat Southampton next season. I agree, we're playing crap, says Trevor. Lavia, James Ward-Prowse is the only 2 I would take, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely trolls. But do you think James Ward-Prowse will come this far north, or
I think
would he stay in London? I think he'd go to London.
I think we're looking for better than him.
Gary says Steve Wraith has a 10 pence bet on the bookies for a 10-0 win today. Oh, God. That would be good odds for a 10-0 win, won't it? I mean,
yeah,
it'd be fantastic, that. I don't know what...
Well, actually, maybe not that good odds after the way we've been playing.
You say that, though, Roly, but you'll be surprised. I mean, I'm just going to go on to have a look now, and I'll tell you. Sky Bet. Let's have a look. Right. Well, we are 2-9 to win, 21-4 for a draw, and 11-1 for Southampton to win. Okay. Correct score. For Southampton to win 1-0 is 25-1. For us to win 1-0 is 13-2. For us to win 3-0 is 13-2. For us to win 6-0 is 40-1. 8-0 is 200-1.
Yeah, so we've got
Southampton to win 4-3, 200-1. Goal scorers, let's have a look. So, Alexander Isak, first and last, 15-8. Anytime, 4-9. Jacob Murphy, first and last, 15-2, 9-4 anytime. Anthony Gordon, first and last, 8-1, 5-2 anytime. Joe Linton, 17-2, first and last, 11-4 anytime. If you really want to go for an outside bet, then you could always stick one on Fabian Schär, 25-1 for the first or last goal, but 17-2 during any time during the game.
What about Sven Botman?
Sven Botman is 40-1 for the first or the last, but 14-1 for any time. James Ward-Prowse is 14-1 for the first and last, and 5-1. So their players are well out. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, Lianco's 125-1 to score the first or the last goal for Southampton. Yeah. I mean, they've got one out here. Where is it? Goalkeeping saves. I mean, Jesus. How many? I wouldn't like to predict how many saves have been made in that game today, but yeah, there could be There could be a few to be, under or over goals. So over 4.5 goals is 3-1. If you think there'll be over 6.5 goals like there was last week, then that'll get you 12-1. Goalkeeper saves. Nick Pope to make 6+ saves was 20-1. For Alex McCarthy to make 6+ saves, it's 5-2. But if you want to see Alex McCarthy makes 10+ saves, it's 33-1. And there's nothing more than 6+ saves for Nick Pope, by the way. So that shows you how much they see us winning this game and how much Pope hasn't got to do. Maybe Pope just gets his fishing rod out and sits there with his fishing rod and listens to his music.
Either that, or he gets out his copy of War and Peace.
Yeah. Paul said, I'm just loving the transition from our team, how we play and how came in till now. We can score and go and as many as we can entertain us Mark too. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
And the good thing
He's
about
stand to win 300 notes, says Gary. Wow, that's a good one. For 10 pence, that's not bad at all, is it?
Not bad at all.
So, yeah. So, guys, we're coming to the end of the show now. So, yes, as I said, we're going to wrap up. But Roly, do you want to let people know where they can find you on your socials, please?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Paul67.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. So there will be a review show tonight, but that'll be 8 o'clock tonight. So please join us for that at 8 p.m. That should be a cracker, especially if we've scored a hell of a lot of goals. Might take a while to go through that one, especially if they score a lot of goals. Also, if you like what you see, then please smash that like. If I've got 39 watching, so if you can just smash that like, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so, helps the channel grow. Bell notification, that will tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record any upcoming shows. So thank you all indeed. If you're brand new to the channel, then please smash that subscribe. You can find me on TonyTooney31 on Twitter. Follow me there and I'll follow you back. You can also follow me on Twitch also. Do follow me on there as well if you're a Twitcher. But it's going to be a cracking game. And Roly, before you go, what's your prediction today? If anybody doesn't know,
well, it's going to be a Newcastle win. I think I'd like to have a clean sheet today. So let's say 4-0.
4-0. Yeah. And guys, if you've been on my YouTube page, by the way, on the channel page, you will notice there is a new banner on the page. Yes, that was sorted yesterday. Thank you to John Waff, who done that for me. Absolutely brilliant banner. And that now sits pride in place on my channel page because I haven't had a banner for a long while. Well, I haven't had one at all. And I've had this one made up and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
And thank you once again, John, for that. Trolls says this team is better than the Entertainers, better defence. Yeah, well, we have got a better defence, yeah.
We've got better defence.
And yes, I'm old enough to have watched them. Yeah, absolutely, Trolls, me too, mate. Yeah. So, guys, remember, tune review, 1:30 or doing a watch-along, so catch Billy on there. I hope Billy goes a little bit easier today than he did last week with the way the goals were flying in, but there again, can't help get excited. But I will be back with a match reaction review tonight, so please join us for that 8 p.m. tonight on the channel. So yeah, that'll be absolutely fantastic. But anyway, let's hope we score some goals. Let's hope it's absolutely chucking it down at St James's Park, not with water, by the way, but with goals. It's going to be raining goals, hopefully. But until then, remember, future's bright, the future's black and white. And Trolls says, great show. Thank you very much, Trolls. Enjoy the game. 5-0. How are the lads? Absolutely Sefton. Great show again, says Trolls. And KLW says up the tune. Thank you very much, mate. Up the tune as well. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, mate. Thank you very much. And don't forget to smash a like as well. But yeah, all that leaves me to say is, how are the lads? Come on the tune. Let's do this. 3 points and let's march on to the Champions League. So bye-bye from me.
Bye-bye from me.